Hi, my name is Jeff Acheson. I teach saxophone and clarinet at REW Music. I fell in love with the saxophone, so long ago. I originally played the viola, and I really enjoyed that, but my parents took me to a jazz club in Kansas City, and I got to see a really amazing tenor saxophone player, and from the second I saw him play, even the appearance of the saxophone just caught my eye. And then when I heard him play and all the different styles he could play and all the fun things he got to do, I was completely, just absolutely mesmerized, and ended up playing saxophone. Now I've been playing about 45 years. So I get students excited about music by learning what they want to play. What interests them? What are they excited about? If a kid is into heavy metal rock and roll, fine. We'll figure out a melody from some heavy metal tune. Also, it has to do with their ability. You have to get them to a certain level, but you can use that to keep their interest and keep them excited about what they're doing. And say, hey, it was just like, whatever rock group, Iron Maiden or AC/DC, if they really get into that, great. We can use melodies from there. They're not always crazy difficult. Recently, I had a really good time with a couple of my students. I had one student that was basically in 6th grade, and one was a high school student, and I had them working on a blues duet, and it was so much fun. This particular 6th grader played at a much higher level than an average 6th grade student. But it was so rewarding to watch the two of them having a good time. They were totally opposite age groups and different backgrounds, and they were just different people, but they were having so much fun playing together. And you would think egos would get in the way. Like, oh, I'm not playing with a 6th grader because I'm a high school kid. Didn't bother them at all. They had so much fun. And then when they played on my showcase, the audience got into it too. They're like two totally different kids having a good time playing some blues. For the KMEA All-State Jazz audition music, there's a few things a few tidbits of information that might help some of our saxophone players out there. First thing is, I usually say this: saxophone players, is your instrument working correctly? We have a tradition of not being very good about that. And sometimes I do that too, so I get it, and I've been playing a long time. So you gotta get your instrument into a shop and have them check it out. Most music stores, especially REW, they do not charge just to look at it and say, hey, I don't see anything, looks good, or they might find something wrong with it and they can fix it for you. Also, make sure you have plenty of reeds when you go to audition. I used to judge district band auditions for many years, and there was always some drama with a student that didn't have enough reeds and they broke one on accident. So you need to have 4 reeds ready to play. 1 that you love the most, and 3 that you can deal if you have to. The next thing with the actual music, please pay attention to all the details, because most of the students that walk in there, they'll just play the notes on the page and they won't play the music. Look for articulation, especially on the ballad, the Duke Ellington ballad, and the Antonio Carlos Jobim. That one also has a lot of articulation things, accents, the unspoken accents that jazz musicians just know about. If you don't know about that, get into some lessons, and there's plenty of us out there that can teach you that. Also, you got to really pay attention to style, because the different excerpts that were written for this are in different styles. The one by Jobim is written in kind of a bossa nova, which is a very different style than the Duke Ellington, because Duke was known for his swing style, and bossa is not swing. So I would suggest going to get on YouTube, type in Antonio Carlos Jobim, and listen to some really good bossa nova. But many musicians have done a lot of bossa nova. Stan Getz is a great one to listen to as well. But really pay attention to details, dynamics, articulations. I can't say it enough, because so many students will be in there so worried about the notes. And you got to get way beyond that and get into the music and the feel, because that's what every single judge will be looking for. They'll be like, okay, you can play the notes. And that wasn't real exciting. So anyway, good luck to you all.